na was Unauti company for no Quadron Mahama or Catchans Abane, the comnia before Natoye.
Sinipay.
Naza Konanado also catch and say a comnia before so on to Banuanya, the comnia before Basa
Sinipay.
I'm not what once is the truth. Menan Winamo, Obia should be rest assured. Mona said making a Japan. The truth will always set me free.
Sinipay.
We can vote people in and out. Personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get.
Some of us will not keep quiet. Some of us will not allow you to destroy this party.
Sinipay.
Betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Sinipay.
Whether you like it or not, Ghana, for the youth of this country, I'll put my life on the line. Anything that is wrong in society, I will say it.
Sinipay.
I noticed that when the finance minister came to present his statement, for the first time after the inauguration, the swearing in, the majority side was heavily populated. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed what we can best describe as an Azan budget.
Sinipay.
It's not party mua opesa wono obe use processing and be sabotage obi. It will happen. So long as Nyankopama ya hoden na e betimi akasa na e WhatsApp platform we no. This we will say it every day to make sure say selfish individuals the minia omo pese omo ye niema to please their own self.
Sinipay.
Mo bia nada no say jai illegal mining.
Sinipay.
Maka and mesa reinforce. Say me reinforce say NDC for anomo ye illegal mining at this time.
Sinipay.
For Banaway ya bobo se warin obi gina TV3 so o ka kire nipa na was Unauti company for no Quadron Mahama o ka kire nsa abane de comnia before Natoye.
Sinipay.
Naza Konanado also catch and say a comnia before so on to Banuanya, the comnia before Basa
Sinipay.
I'm not what once is the truth. Menan Winamo, Obia should be rest assured. Mona said making a Japan. The truth will always set me free.
Sinipay.
We can vote people in and out. Personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
Sinipay. Sinipay.
So what they are doing, some of us will not keep quiet. Some of us will not allow you to destroy this party.
Sinipay.
Betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Sinipay.
Whether you like it or not, Ghana, for the youth of this country, I'll put my life on the line. Anything that is wrong in society, I will say it.
Sinipay.
I noticed that when the finance minister came to present his statement, for the first time after the inauguration, the swearing in, the majority side was heavily populated. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed what we can best describe as an Azan budget.
Sinipay. It's not party mua opesa wono obe use processing and be sabotage obi. It will happen. So long as Nyankopama ya hoden ni ebe
good afternoon. Raise to the power 3. Abusia Nyankopon adom nim se ba bia wo bia ho ye yenso so ho ye e wa ha. Tetrama da bodwe mboja edie mu afrisane e wa ha papa. Na ebra so se ye de sinupan dwumadie no ebre wo minim se sabre de okan ho. Oman FM so e won krampompune mantemo 107.1 afei se ye du asante mantemo a ho enso so e ash 101.1 afei the almighty radio station our central region NAP radio 90.1 waron so ejiguma face ye tu fa kwa manone a utie yen our sources radio and afei amansan radio ni nyina our UK sanso so ana Kent Jesse radio and then Jerry's TV ni nyina our US man mu a ho no wa join ye live afei minim se wa join ye our Facebook net2 TV GH net2 TV GH sanso so ana YouTube enso so net2 TV GH afei wo TV kenchrenchen so no from net2 TV abusia ye transmitted live free Madina and Krampompune Mantemo Kencity building no and ye free ye ebrewo from the beautiful studios of net2 TV and ye ebrewo ye from Anthony Kofi Inkum Dazi Mr. Inkum abusia ebrasom and then somehow do ye ba no edoso chen wotwen we medical cultural enra se ye beko US man mu na fe ye ne a lawyer for a woman enim de akwakodin komo with regards to Kennedy ohene Agyapong and Anas areme yaw Anas tiger one foi tiger eye foi sanema koyi ana ankoyi hemfa na hyase baby ane nam so de bedru baby anra preview no ana review no cost so afei $18 million na man for editor nyom no ababe dane $500,000 yabere anase $500 yabere na fe yetimi edimu enkomo ye papa ho na kaina sha so semi no eka say Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oni Ghana ha afei se okobo Vice President Professor Jenana Mensa enso so uboni dia absent wono so eni ho ono kra de ye nyina nim se no ho mfa no afei anu achi no se okorewe Chief Justice nso so ye hunu ba bia wono nso wowo ana afei Speaker of Parliament enso so ni Ghana ha enti oman se hwan na hwe so oman no hwan na di animu ni nyina ne behwe na afei yatimi edi ho nkomo Albert Asmani be join me of course na afei ya to aso edi nkomo ewa ha kai na hye no nso se enne enso so no ye ne lawyer chenchirenche enso be bom punimpu ofia ha na yetimi edi nkomo ama bibia aye kama esan se ensama hodo a ekeka kono yehia a lawyer for no ma chirechensemo ama yenyina yetimi ate enkomo asese de ete enti ene ye ne lawyer amoa yene no ebesi nkonwa ewa ha na afa yetimi edi nkomo ma bibia akoyie kama kaina hye nso se dwumadie yi financially supported by Palladium Properties eho ne yeton sase ama eniema akoyie ede amayen afei enia woboa ama bibia konkan enso so tabia takum endupa ye boa ma nipa wapomode papa ejina brane afei Fosua men powder emema ye jina brane ye bo adwuma ama bibia timi akoye papa busia ma me na me ho na afei ye mpeke bibi out of the lions mentality ye ba ye toaso ama na afei ya toaso akwenem ama bibia atoaso ayekama stay on sinupen kana sania etie.
The lion is certain. The lion never second guesses. When the lion goes in, it goes in 100%. There is nothing half-hearted about the lion. How great could your life be if you lived with the certainty of a lion? What if you just started believing in yourself and your own abilities? How far could you go with unbreakable self-belief? Who could you become if there was no doubt in you? If you trusted your intuition and just went for everything you want in life with the same ruthless certainty as a lion hunting its prey. You can't rely on other people to achieve the results you want in your life. You are the only one responsible for your results. Take responsibility. Take ownership. Take action. Only you know what's best for you in your life. Only you know which path to take in each moment of your life. You must make those decisions with certainty.
Say yɛhyɛ ase na afei nkɔma erofie no yɛtimi etitom na yɛtoa so ekoyanim na enne no medical akacho say enne nkɔma yɛba bedi ni nyinaa no is going to be around the case between Anas Aremiyaw Anas and Ken Ohene Agyapong isan say yɛse ɔbɔfoɔ ne ne nam ɛho apaso baabi ansɛm no wɔ no baabi nkɔmɔ no wɔ no ɛhɔ anesese yɛdie na nkɔmɔ ahodoɔ bebrebe ɛna atɔ fam firi sɛ ɛnra review ahodoɔ baeɛ ne adeɛ nyinaa no saa nkɔmɔ no nyinaa no yɛbɛhwɛ na afei yɛtumi adibi ama biribia ayɛ kama na medical aka kyerɛ sɛ ɛnnɛ no wɔ efidue mu ha no yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ɛne lawyer chenchenche yɛne no adi nkɔmɔ ma biribia akɔ n'anim ma yɛtumi atoa so na yɛka ɛyɛ Kobi Asamoah Kobi ɔno ane yɛne no ebedi nkɔmɔ esquire wadi kan kra abefia ha dada enti kwan bia so nkɔmɔ no bɛba so na yɛatoa so akɔ yɛnim ɛwɔ hɔ ama biribia ayɛ kama na medical aka kyerɛ sɛ ɛnnɛ there will be no editorial esan sɛ editorial ebe ni nyina no is going to be around the same issue enti sabepepe ana etie producers madaroma enra time ye nya ntie se review akoso ewo US maimo na ye hyase se ebetodwa se okọ US county court wo mo e dia betodwa se Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ena afei Anas Aremiyaw Anas na ni nyina ne se Anas Aremiyaw eche se Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ayeye niam bia gu ne ho fi enti eno nam so awode ekọ to di kan de ko Ghana court na afei wo mo edi asem no yedi wie na wadi fo na ni nyina mu no anya ntum ana wosan epeja ya awode ekọ America na wodi kodu America no na afei jury no etena se ehwehwe nsem na jury no yedi kan kyerem se jury no nkofo a obi kura ho a wono wonye lawyer wonim law ho maache wonte bibia ase enti womo ekeka ho odididi ho nkoma anom ka se womo de omususu se ne akoso etia Anas Aremiyaw Anas no esese yewura Kennedy Ohene Agyapong se emrane no edi a womo hyehyɛ mu de ewo se omutimi eje $18 million na yedema Anas Aremiyaw Anas na etiefo ne ahefo se mobeka ye a time asan komo no ebaaye no yen efia yen di san komo no bi ewa ha na ne entia yen di san komo no bi ni se na yenim babia asam no ekeka kɔ ana ne yenim se bibia ni wo kra ye ba be kyerem de di kan eti se sa na tie de a na ma yenjai na afa yen toa so enko yenim enti yede ahade yanka bi wo mo beka eka ya ne ade a ye kyerem kura na still amanfo si ye kwaji $18 million ede ama Anas Aremiyaw Anas na time enkomo no ekoso no mka say okay jury no awie na fam de ntie mfanto afei ebe face judgment ankasa na enra ana sa review no ekoso a afei ebe to dwa say sa sika na nkofo eka ho asem no judgment ede aba say it should be just $500 na enra time enkomo no eba ye na chi no na ebe to dwa say honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ne chitai for anase ne office issue a statement anase press release na press release no buy no ana me pese wo join me right here on Net2 TV na fei yetimi ekenkan press release no na obia hu enkoma na ewom it is how join me o TV no so a wo be hu ne make kan wansem na fei wonso so watimi ajoin na fei ye nyina ya kan akoyanim kama na wa press release ni mo no Nkoma na a Defamation award against Agyapong to just $500. Enti eno anana ewom ya tese eno so eba na ye kan afa yakomu a ose a US federal court has delivered a significant legal victory for Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong, reducing an earlier $18 million defamation award against him to a symbolic sum of $500. I feel say the outcome follows a successful motion for reuploading filed by Mr. Agyapong's legal team, which argued that the original jury award was grossly excessive and unsupported by the evidence presented at trial. After careful judicial review, the presiding judge agreed, describing the $18 million in damages as disproportionate and legal unsustainable. The court decision to reduce the amount to a minimum to a nominal $500 represent not only a resounding legal vindication, but also a reaffirmation of Mr. Agyapong's long-standing belief in justice, fairness, and the right to speak, rather to power. Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong extends his deep appreciation to all well-wishers and patriotic Ghanaians, both home and abroad, who stood by him with prayers, encouragement, and moral support throughout the legal process. He reaffirms his commitment to upholding the value of integrity, bold leadership, and dedicated services to the Ghanaian people, vowing never to relent in his effort to defend truth and accountability in public life. Signed, Prince Ajay Gaiji, a personal assistant to Kennedy Ohene Agyapong, and after assign a copy all the media houses 80 meaning say and all the media houses ni nyina enso so etimi ensa kan bi a wo nyina eye ho adwuma na ne tentene ne tietie nyina ne say Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong time aye court no eye ne review wie ya sa sika $18 million jury no suggest ye anaso omo award ye senka yemfa sa sika ne ma Anas areme ya Anas ene ne team no court ne tena sidi no ewe ma no hu se da bi we no sabe entwasumu nyansa bi anim se yekukuru $18 million ede ma kwabrane esan se se wotena se na wo hwe ne yi a jury no time a wo mo etena se na wo mo eyo mo nhwemu edi o mo nkomo ene ade no before so mo de o mo judgment no eba no enya de kra na eye evidence a Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ene ne team lawyers represent ye de ma jury no wo mo anhwemu kwa je so wo mo mbie so kwa no ma hwem ene wo mo eka to nchen enti judge no etena se a wotie enkomo a eye Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ne team of lawyers no ede ba bonten se da bi we de entasumu no omo tena se ahwemu no mo say yes susuan pass we de no kreni yagitumu a enye yie enti wo nyina enya agitumu se sa na te de a ma yemfa nko emranim emranim na afei ababeto dwa se sika $18 million no yate so ede aba $500 na enra $500 no me se ebaye no obia peso otua focus se yema no kwan na ontua se sika no elekem so obetua Albert so obetua Ohene Kofi Safo so obetua chese enipa bebre obia peso otua se sika no so hono ana me ankasa kwa na mepe atua se sika no so enipa bebre obia peso otua because Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ne sika anase ono ne ntokwa no maka cho se nye nipa na eko na mom eye nipa dasani na eko na judgment no ansana na ebekọ so no nkoma wo bebre ekọ so Anas areme yaw Anas edi kan ekasaye now you see asamba akwa me pese me kan se MPP amanyokuo as say money ejipa say you have somebody like Kennedy Ohene Agyapong and the reason ti ameka sa ne say Kennedy Ohene Agyapong no nyankopon shedad ne dom Ghana and most especially or shedad ne dom MPP amanyokuo no say Kennedy Agyapong entwitwa njemo ewo baabi a eniema mu ayeden enti Kennedy Agyapong ka say oni MPP amanyokuo no mu a anka MPP aban obetena konwa so a na Nado Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia ene die animu no nanka Anas areme yaw ekwan ya nkopeso ofaso ene se sebio bukwa akudo nsuro oluman sakora ehuna bobrim no ko betama som se gaw na osom wia na afei omia ochim babi ode bekọ no eho na mu bedi na mu di nachi enkakra ankobebo aban no mu tokuru eti na ya me nwanwa se ebeduru baby na Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ono ane MPP fobi esore ya your time a jury edne judgment anana award no ebaye ode ba abonten na nkofo ebose ebi kwa chọchọnsem na ebi enenam edi nsemfunu ekeke kan yo mo pe edigu Kennedy Ohene Agyapong enimu ase no you see entimi amane sa na mom ne ekobaye ne se munsusuye ene sabi adwempo na ekuta mu binum ewo MPP party ni mo se enimguase ebeka Kennedy Agyapong esan se wo mo madwene mo no mu se Kennedy Agyapong kra no odua bododo Kennedy kra oha adwen dodo enti de besinsi ni amohwehwa ne se nkatabo kese bi ebeba beto no so na afetese de ne yehwe a enye yie nanso nipa nyankopon ehyira no kura ya ewo mu ne se wo ya ne hwe a enye yie. But my main fan no kranto nche say and the many team of lawyers ebedin komo ewa ha etia no yebekom but you see among for hwehwe within the MPP nankasa no they are looking for a fee katasese corruption project kankan e de afore for Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ho but when him say ekodu court no Anas areme yaw Anas ankasa nanum ton o say Kennedy Ohene Agyapong he has investigated a lot of government officials but Kennedy Ohene Agyapong has done nothing ebema ono Anas areme yaw Anas akwakwa ebeka se akwakwa investigate Kennedy Ohene Agyapong o say Kennedy efibia eni ne ho obetimi akase Kennedy clean Anas ne kasa o say Kennedy Agyapong clean oti ase it is sanity there it tells you say Kennedy Ohene Agyapong no ono nipa MPP amanyokuo no nyankopon ene de no adomo it is sempo Kennedy Agyapong wako ama nipa bebre and in fighting to defend other people nipa wo mu ni kamafo e Ghana ha no ena ama ne ho ayehi last week enkofo bi hye niam bi asese Kennedy Agyapong ene committee no chairperson parliament no sa committee no akwa sika bi a yesi over 900 million Ghana cedis asa sika no ye de kokoma wo because time na ye kwa pass bill tio asem we me say sa wo ye badwene ba asem bi ba nyame ama wadwene esese wudi kan adwenem ansa na asem no kra no abie wa no aka ho asem Yewura edubu ahen yese wadi oman ni sika enu nti no emragu so a wone no edie no ana nkofo eka se papa ne se ono edi sika bi edi ko parliament edi kokoboa defense and then your friend is saying defense and then your friend is saying committee ana Kennedy Agyapong chairperson no defense and interior or say omode over 900 million Ghana cedis eko supporto ye in passing that bill but say wadwene ye adwuma ne esese oti ase ne say sa bill na nkasa na omukọ pass ye no sa bill no na ede your friend saying edubu ahen na nkasa kwa ne office no ebaye oti ase bill na ye kọ pass ye no eno na de adubu ahe nankasa ne office no ebaaye eye signals bureau no ede ne baaye National Signals Bureau eye bill omko pass ye no ene de no ebaaye and time omko pass sa bill no ye le bill no ewo parliament somewhere 2019 ye pass no somewhere 2020 and at that time Kennedy Ohina Agyapong enyo no kra na no ye chairperson for that committee at that time. It was a year set Kwame Agyapong, Honorable Seth Kwame Agyapong, the former Eastern Regional Minister. Ono and at that time no na oye chairman and a chairperson edema that committee. But among for be general can say Canada Japan and a no chairman and a no chairperson. Eti onfa one ye and famra to see a packet as shebi ede a for no but nina no anya juma. Baby ad nibe rebian we pie, would new rahan we pie, would new rahan we pie. A child said Nyanko Pong and a oye a juma. A child said Nyanko Pong and a pese or the Canada Japan and Magana. Enti wo a wadwen se open net tuntum net fufuo bi se de tie bia de afam no ho de enya de be yie Nyankopon ena ne nsa e wo no so abusua ma memfa wonsia na afei Albert Asumani enjoin me na yendi eye Ghana enkomo na right after Ghana enkomo no the big interview is also coming on na mameno eni nkomo kakra emfa eye Fosua men powder men powder no kreni nyame anim ni se bema de esese wutimi egina onan so na wutimi edifend mema ye wo wiase nyina bema bi o asabi wo kompa so a wo ko ba ku mienu miensa no wabu ahwe afo behwe no na ne hwenu mu ntutuo unni stamina me pa acha uhia eye Fosua men powder na se won saka Fosua men powder na me pa cho bema sabi ni tedwem enye den no eboaw ememu ye den bema sabi watutuo no nkuma aboa no eboaw ama wutimi ekuma aboa bema wankasa wa hoden ewo fom Fosua men powder no ene beboaw ama watimi egina wonan so mpacho baabia ye ton duro bia won sabetimi akabi na wo enkra pumpuni mantemu ade okọ Achimota St John's me pacho ye wo eye bus stop ho udru bus stop ho a eben eye Eco Bank ho na ubehun se ye ton aduro no ewo ho afei udru eye Madina enso so a ye wo eye Queen Adepa Herba enso so eben eye Old Mecom ewo Madina Old Mecom me pacho ne nchen pe ena Queen Adepa Herba Center no so ewo a ye tonton eye Fosua men powder edroi ama bema bia etimi atobie me ba cho se wudu tama enso so a Little George a health shot hon so ebi ho Little George etonton enura wudu bebre Fosua enuro ni bi ho a wonsa ebetimi aka bie afa se osan eduani chemu oye kasoa enso so a Modern Herba enso so etonton bi ho ya wonsa ebetimi aka bie afa se wudu enkrampopuni mantemu a Okanshi drug lane enso so thank you pharmacy enso so etontondro ni bi ho a won sabetimi aka eno ewo na plaza building no emo won sabetimi aka bi pacho freyen na ye ne wo ending komo ewo 0244 017 097 0244 017 097 afei wo sabetimi afre 0552 812 912 0552 812 912 na one eye Fosua men powder edin komo ebeboa ma bema onso so watimi agina abrane papa Palladium Properties enso so eton sase ma yen me pa cho se opa sase a obeto na afei onsan kwotwemanso ewo akira bra Palladium Properties na yenton fama ye won sase ahodo bebre ewo Ghana ha ye wo bi ewo ye Dodoa Waterworks afei ye san wo bi ewo ye Dodoa Odumse wudru eye Pukrom ewo Aburi enso so a ye wo bi enso so ewo ho afei ye san won sase ewo Shy Hills ye won sase ewo ho ye won sase ewo ye East Legon Hills Palladium Properties eno no se o dwene anything construction there na eye Palladium Properties ye ne beboa ama bibia ye kama me pa cho se wa show project bi ase wasi baabi aduru no usika sama ho den apema oba ya so ya yebeba beboa na afa ya wie ni nyina ede amaw yen saase no nso so no se yeton ma wa 20,000 Ghana cedis utua 5,000 and above na afa di aka no ya spread the amount within 1 year na watua ne nkakra saa nso so ane ye finish project ma wa eno nso so say 10 years so say 5 years so 20 years so no watua ne nkakra Palladium Properties yeboa ama neema ekoyie papa peye kira kwan ewo ye Madina ye wo Rate Junction ye ne Marina Supermarket no ena eben ewo eye Madina mpacho betimi ene Palladium Properties edi nkomo ewo 0551 499 919 0551 499 919 and after 0243 3500 354100 0243 354100 na one Palladium Properties endi enkomo afei yedi ani ekyerem ni akotondu pa ebeboa yen ama ya ho den atimi agina yie me patro me kanfo tabia takum ene de ama wo tabia takum wo yoba ya wonte de wo ye bema wa ho den ewo fom me patro bomodne se onsa beka tabia takum ne bi esan se eno eye ndu pa se onsa kan bi a eboa wo ema nipa enena me yare ekyira na me yare no ni nyina etutwa enroi ba bia befa ye ton ndro bia de onsa betimi aka tabia enupa ne bi na kainasha nso se ye wonro ni bi ewo bottle sum ye sanso so ewo bi enso so ewo ye sachets mu a ni nyina no ye ton ama womanfo a epapom den tabia takum eye dupa ya wonum bi a ebeboa papa wenum ana so yasene ama ye de dwumadie ebre wa abusua ye fra me Mr. Enkum Albert Asumani atenase ma mentwa me ho sema na afa me mra na ye ntoa so eni nkomo enko yenim ewo Ghana nkomo so sinipen ye kan senia etie
for abani wie ya ye bobo se wawen obi gina TV3 so wo ka kire nipa na wo se una ati kompanyimfo no ko dwama ha ma wo ka kire se abani de kom ne abufuo na toye
Sinipay
na asa akọ na do so ka kire se te kom ne abufuo so no so ba no anya de kom ne abufuo be sa ato ti ano
Sinipay
I'm not worried. Once is the truth. Me na nwene mo di obia should be rest assured. Mona said make in Agyapong. The truth will always set me free.
Sinipay
We can vote people in and out. Personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
Sinipay
So what they are doing, some of us will not keep quiet. Some of us will not allow you to destroy this party.
Sinipay
Betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Sinipay
Messi, you bet you Ghana. Whether you like it or not, Ghana, for the youth of this country, I'll put my life on the line. Anything that is wrong in society, I will say it.
Sinipay
I noticed that when the finance minister came to for the first time after the inauguration, the swearing in, the majority side was heavily populated. Mr. Speaker, that notwithstanding, Mr. Speaker, we have witnessed what we can best describe as an Azan budget.
Sinipay
betina party mu a opese wo no wo be use position e de be sabotage obi it will happen so long as nyankopon ma ya hoden na e betimi akasa na e wasa platform we no this we will say it every day to make sure say selfish individuals the minia omo person omo ye niema to please their own selves.
Sinipay
dwumadie so ebra so say ye ne Albert Asumani etimi edi enkomo eye Ghana enkomo an ye de ebre wono atena se Albert Asumani eye former Tescom president edema eye Cape Coast Technical University enti wa bene papa manyosem de wa manyosem close to a decade enti wa bene papa menda daw openi etisen
boko na also
nyame adom ho ye pa se bibia so da ye
nyame adom ye guso nka
na nso de kedem na
wa ohwa
kedem na
bibia da for boko
se sakala we as honorable ken susu obi
nse we kedem om ye tupe
oh okay
kala we hu oba bia ye fake honorable oba akora me so oba akọ
eno ano no
bi oba she bi oba bia
modu
yeah wa ohwa
eno ano enti said America no big interview no so eba so right after mene Albert no lawyer Kobi Amwa anase Kobi Amwa Esquire wono ebe join here na for big interview no yetimi edi in fact no kura wo mu ni say the nitty-gritties of Anas Kennedy Ohina Japan issue ni nyina no obe started from ahyese edi akwakosi na wieye kren to kran enti bibia be kama and then of course ye benya bre enso so ama ye tiefo ne ahwefo ama wo mo nso so etimi ene edi enkomo ye hwe so se ye betimi akọ US na fei ye ne lawyer Dakon enso so na oka Kennedy Ohina Japan ne team of lawyers no ho enti ye bekọ na fei ye ne ono nso edi enkomo kakra enso so ewa ahoma so na yatoa so akọ yenim opani se bibia boko de enkomo no hyase edi afri sese ya ye kasei Ghana yenim se ye mampeni ene John Dramani Mahama His Excellency yenim baby o sese watu kwan oni Ghana ha na ohwehwem nso a vice president ono kra de odi kan koy dada ono de ne ho emfa no en wode ekoye afei de tosu mienu miensa enso so eyese Speaker of Parliament ankasa nso so no ono nso atukwan ye hwe na ye hu no ena sese nka Chief Justice anko begina nso so no yatwe no asensen enti sese oman wan ena ehwe so
Mr. Ngum mame na wase na menchia atiefo nyina na me ma honorable Ken so etirinkwa em say ye wiewe a me no be sorry but for now no mame man ni etirinkwa na yanhwe
as honorable Ken 500 na no ka say
oh me dey aba $500 ni bo dey me wi answer se see an we dollars wo camera so anankofo epeso so pow but en sha hayi
na say so dey wo nya aban bia
but say me pese nkofo betwe ma no asi me ho ba 500 na me dey aba
ba do betua
me dey market da ko ba ne se see anye se metua
okay ba say market besi me so na chia me wa ha
oh se yes asembo ha fato hena no ana asembo fato ochia me ano
say ya na mo ye na obengu na ohene ekobi w
ezi ba $500 ni enu ni me dey market da ko ma ono abosesi am se say scan me ametua
wa obetua
aha ma se nkofo be so
ko susu ka se nko obetua
omunyina omunjama
alright omunjama na ohene safo de o US order de o
nti and the be asafo ntua na me refund no
nti wo de be ma safo nti professor Albert be refund nti wo de tua na beje
wa tua na me refund
no bia be kama openi enkomo da apron so
Mr. Ngum ye hwa un se ye mampani John Dramani Mahama oye who can experience politicians or Ghana ha untumi nyini frame because we occupy several political offices enti sa asema ye ken enya de ye foforo ema no kra enti I am very surprised say ene ye di nkomo say ye nyina ye nim asema eto ye vice president ema presidency angasa issue statement the by say vice president hododo no Dr. Fosi amfa nko amano ne no nko gya yarehwe ya san enya briefing sisi ya ne ho aban no kakra o fie a ye hwe se ne ho beto no kra na watumi yes watimi abaye na djuma ye hu ya na mampani so agu ne ketemu a ono so eko a Sunday ye nyina anim so okosra vice president na senka ne pepemu a untumi omampanin so de oye na djuma untumi nsi ne kwan se adenti na oye na djuma na emra na Ghana mraku batan na bo oban no ho ba ye de 1992 constitution no a kire ekwan a se vice president and president eni kromu ha ekwan ye se ye fa so na ye de eye o say mame enkoti article 60 of the 1992 constitution.
Okay.
O say whenever the president is absent from Ghana or is for any reason unable to perform the function of his office, that's article 68. Unable to perform the function of his office, the vice president shall perform the other functions of the president until the president returns or is able to perform his function. I just say president to quiet power automatically as a vice president. Ejina name. Here's the case, sir. Vice president need to quiet eja president. No. If the president no quiet, I don't know article 6011 they say where the president and the vice president are both unable to perform the function of the president, the speaker of parliament shall perform those functions until the president or the vice president is able to perform those functions or a new president assumes office as the case may be. And to say a baseya na SSL mampeni ni ho pair and says you that vacuum no eto automatically as a say speaker of parliament and they take it over and you automatic. That's the constitutional provision. And no one to me in Cassie Kofa Julius Debra Abba another saying Gatia Emran and Canisa or say the speaker of parliament. And they are saying and TSA Papa so a constitution this time brand session in same beam no only ho
a speaker of parliament.
Oh, yes
Onusuni
ho not as a siano penny fie president ni ho vice president or speaker and so no it as we speak and kase say the mantle that I say nipa obe take charge no ekoye the head of the third arm of government the judiciary, which is the chief justice. The substantive chief justice and she's on suspension. And now the acting chief justice so no yan fa hwe anhye ne nsem yan kanchire Ghana ni bia say and chief justice are acting or not say acting president.
Also mo sworn in nanko bia di ho adanse say BBC na akoso but nothing of that.
Yes. Look I say time na speaker do ajaho ho no ye bi si sama president and vice to kwan and ye sworn in. The next time I didn't send see no speaker see am yen sworn in bi because ye sworn in back one no he had to take Supreme Court to say there be any time be acting as president no as I see a sworn in as I take the presidential oath of office. And then as we speak, nobody has taken that oath of office. And as we speak, there's no president in Ghana.
No leader.
Yes. And Nema Ebu Hosa. Now the framers of the constitution, you know, Oma Fan Shemu Kwase say Obi acting. Because to me, that is the reason why da menka Ghana for ya. Da Professor Mills down the benkum so pe. Sana Juna. And they swear John Dramani Mahama in as president because you cannot create a vacuum for the office of the president. And so Enam say Oman Kasano Otomu take for their office said they will preserve and protect and defend the constitution of Ghana. No, it won't say Asama Kenya around Juma. And this is a basis for somebody to even start an impeachment process against the president. Because this is a constitutional provision. What was to say? You defend and protect and preserve the constitution of Ghana. Not say constitutional provisions. No more find Juma. Now wait me find a bag poor no or find a bag poor no. Not even the decency say. Yet Ghana farmer and impose say or mampeni ekoha and now say speaker koha enti say ni say na in the absence of some penifo you know. Saying a because of Ghana, no more than these and I'm there too. You don't even respect the people that gave you the mandate. What I say? It's an idea and say ye fa ne say ayasem bi keke and snap omampani to kwan obeba as of papa to kwan no ni fie na wo twen so obeba. This is something that constitution ankasa envisage say ebetimi asi na esi a ekwan ni kwan we hu na esi dey ye fa so na ye dey of which omampani ni ne apanfo omafa anya adwuma. What I say? It is American. This is something that shouldn't even happen at all in Ghana.
Any kwan say see what because about us ya to manage.
As I say omukrom travels no as munim say mo na mo ye mpanimfo a mo head the various arms of government no mo ankasa mo tumi di mo ho nkomo na mo coordinate na mo hu mo itinerary say ne vice president and speaker betu kwam any president betu kwam bom dia as say speaker ho say vice president yare na say president go akosara there say speaker ho say speaker corner vice president corner president e cordia as say chief justice nso we den e wo ho so that all these things na ye can wasem no po ensi but that is not what we saw. What I say it is something that we have to condemn it. It's not a good thing. It's just say obia so say oh ebia ye business as usual say
it is a young man for kasa say President John Dramani Mahama say no or you're well experienced and he's going to give us something different now.
Say a horse no time obey comfortable kakra around him no then he disappoints you.
Disappoint?
Me I've told you say President Mahama, you see I was giving him that benefit of the doubt say when you're so experienced when golden opportunity to write his name in gold. But so one year by the time obe fi office no nema be basa of which I don't think say as I say akosa. So you should try as much as possible say going forward no obey the new year am I according that respect in our constitution no no as president of Ghana.
All right. Enti eno Albert Asumani ena mene no edi nkomo Ghana nkomo so e wesini pen dwumadie no eso na Albert eja enkwan pe an Albert eja me ho a mene ye lawyer Kobi Amoa Esquire ono na mene no ebedi enkomo enne ewo dwumadie no eso na fe yato aso akoyanem na Albert mami musa se ma yemfe ani enche Kennedy ene Anas nsensem emu asem ne ba ene ye ndi san komo ni bi
yeah
ena ababeto dwa say review no from $18 million to $500 and the ukra na wutu sika eno no o kan say kakakra
msenkum me kakakra no esesen kanra no kra na judgment ne ba en se mompani wa han kese no e declare public holiday e wo Ghana
public holiday.
What you say? Sa fight we are honorable Ken any Anas air fighting. It is not for honorable Ken. That is what people didn't understand. Anas and honorable Ken said Agyapong. It wasn't for honorable Ken's personal interest. Now people that are highly disappointed by the New Patriotic Party. MPP phobia no mo bosia no mo ka say honorable Ken ya bu 80 million gunu so I was so disappointed in them. You know why? In 2018 Anas Kofa number 12 by and no Ghana football ya wie and Kofa no mo shirt na ye president 13 fi wa omo koye sa na mani nya sa de ne buy from free president 13 fi GFA so be si ende Ghana football nya papa biem.
Oh sir.
Honorable Ken original say akwa we ya mo so no sui wọ́n ṣe àdàkùn kọ́ àṣẹ́bìṣẹ́bì o obi ní yìí ṣẹ̀dẹ́ mú ya adìẹ kọ́ a wọ́n ní káwọn abẹ́bọ̀ ìwúrọ̀ ha bẹ̀twa tó abọ̀ntẹ́n that time na president akufo-addo dín ní ẹ̀dá so president akufo-addo dín ní ẹ̀dá so ẹ̀wọ̀n number 12 yẹ sẹ́ ọ̀ṣẹ̀ president ẹ̀chí bọ́tọ́m wàyé sẹ́yìn that was the time we needed a man like Honorable Agyapong to stand up and say no we cannot entertain this foolishness. That was the time Honorable Ken started say no yamma Anas kwan emma ne mfa kwamboni bi so emma record obi emfa nkoto abonten enkogu ni paneli masse through that you know the number of judges acquire sana expose no omo fam wuye a lot of people have lost their breadwinners through this same person. What you say? It Honorable Ken started a fight with Nyinano and Crawford thought say Honorable Ken Wanyan and Tokobia Oko, but he was fighting for the good people of this country. And then Anas and this 80 million as a member 2 day. we told people say the court had not admitted that 80 million and asem kwa yen kan wie and then asem be told da no so be ehun ba be fiba Ghana announce the 80 million be to Ghana judges ye giwa matem ana ona mu ken Ghana hanka and America judges no be ho do matem ana wo ko do matem. So this is somebody when he's confident about something that he's doing, he knows what he's about. And then Honorable Ken said, Ghana for sorry, Edinachi said, no, we cannot entertain this modus operandi and as you see at the end investigations. And saying in Ankasentia, we are sure say Ghana by this and next AFCON Kobe. This is the first timer. We are called AFCON Ghana and to qualify for AFCON. All because Ghana football, no, ye German kofobi in the name of investigative journalism. I say ye name nyina. And the president tachi ye be dey ne nyano so biem world football all through anas. What you say? And to sa fight you na buka na nyano sa it's a big statement and I make a say say you team declare public holiday kra na Ghana for nyina de ko eye day of prayer de bomb pie ma na buka na Japan. All right, opani ma me na wase say obaye no eye Albert Asmani na odi enkomo no o say as a senke team declare eye public holiday and rap time judgment no e bae no ti ono ne de eno no maka say mene a judge for mpenifo ahodo a lawyers a wo motem rase na wo munim emra na wo wo mrem na mene wo mo ebedi nkomo enne na yegiso ehwe se yensa beka eye lawyer Eric Otredako wono nso so na oka honorable Kennedy ohina Japan the team of lawyers no na waka ho bi nti yehwe se yene no ebedi enkomo. All right, enti yes council e wo line so ma yene no endi enkomo na afei yento aso enko yenim lawyer say otemenka sinupen dwumadi esunie awo Ghana. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Oni watiefo nyina
lawyer mene matiefo enyina nso so eda wase na yeda ase nso se waje bere na oni eba bedi enkomo de di kan ma ye musa se from the days eye amanfo ana sankasa edi kan ba bonten se jury award $18 million edi amano edi didimu amochrochro ye enkrata ahodo de koye epim so ababedru se from 18 million no ababedru eye $500 no wadawro ma boy ho komo kakra
yo atiefo tania monim no Anas Anas afale lost against Yankasa Honorable Kennedy Akumpre Agyapong America. Na nientia asem no ba America na say Ken eba America no granchi interview ama radio station biwa ha. Na numo ana yebisa Ken say some bi ayebisa no in fact part of it crapo no na radio presenter na person chere say enkrofo point say onam ono so na yema ikun Ahmed Swale enti ohene Kennedy defending no ho no make a comment bi na eye against Anas sa radio station no program no eso na ma Anas ebesiu no wa ha mobeka ya na Anas asiu pen ewo Ghana de da ameno Anas in the suit case no America appeal and also lusu yet. Now on March 18th yedi assembly wiye the yedi assembly wiye no jury return verdict the jury verdict no na 18 million na jury no return verdict no any you close to here say yenkofie ni asamra and 3 days time emetwaso and decided ne friend punitive damage stage. Now, mra jury no verdict no ebaye no Honorable Kennedy Agyapong the lawyer your friend no Tata Coriston Jr. What wrestling and wrestling in my motion oral motion say jury award no and mra no ense judge no say yankwa ne yamra yakoye any stand back in 3 days time. And one more I instructed jury say if you move decided on the stage, you know. And the jury back. The last time now we won't share, you know. We won't decide punitive stage any time. And until we won't move for 18 million and it's 5 million for actual damage. And us I incur 5 million can be and so nominal damage. And 8 million a year for punitive damages. A hard money lawyer for is not sorry, cause a lawyer a catcher court to say near jury no ayano and ne emrano answer. And a judge no yes say Munko churro emrano namo famra. Na mi chiremu kakra matie for at seni emranity. In New Jersey and the New Jersey law of defamation. Answer na benya award no. Yedi kan ye award ahoro miensa a obetumi anya. Yedi kan aye nominal damage. Nominal no and say yes. Oni akwase mo kan no ayade a egu ho fi. Enti no because say egu ho fi enti no ye nominal damage a say osaka. Say asem no kafa ho no say akoso financial loss. Ama we lusu sika bebre bi wo kwan bi so a eno na ye friend no actual damage. As I say we prove any hook papers eba. Chere say yes. Nia apprentice ya na bero kai akoso me financially to this amount. Na say utumi prove say akoso financial loss na o qualify for actual damage and say na obetumi qualify for punitive damage. Eti motion Honorable Kennedy Agyapong lawyers, both from Breslin and Breslin, and a Cornell Foley LLP. You legal team, you declare and say, and passing a better than 10. Won't say, as some more car, you know. If you are on the way when to me, I'm far and won't proof, I'm it's in your car and not to say, Uncle ye ewo anase ho but sitana won award ye ne de emra no ense nti won encorrect mo emra no now motion na de koye no ye motion for molding of the jury award nti molding no tire say sitana jury for kan say yon tua no ene emra ne nse na me be chirechire mu ne enti ene emra ne nse Yedi kai anasa improve bibia actually say wa incur actual damage. And until award na jury it can say 1.5 million for actual damage no. And then any evidence no and say. Ye tusu me no say qualify for actual damage so and also qualify for punitive damage. It's essence want to me and show punitive damage. You know, media no, and also Emma Hukwai. You have to me answer, and then in Jersey law that who qualify for only nominal damage. Nominal damage, you know, the highest amount to media will be for defamation. 500. 85 million now. One can say one would demand us for nominal damage, you know, and also any embrano ebra. And you cry and rap. Judge Defamation. Now, after hearing all the arguments, no, or come to the conclusion, say, near Honorable Kennedy, lawyer for Ekano, stand and run it here. And see, or they can't dismiss it, and that's any lawyer for any requirement. And or grant Honorable Kennedy Agyapong request, say, enter judgment to an amount up to 500. Sir, decision was signed, dated May 12, 2025. Not just a much like a crab at the Bama NDA.
Okay, Council, I'm say, Waboying, Ama Yate, and Yamase, na ma yen na wase na fe yemfa wonsia emrepem Yɛbɛsan so aba waso yɛ biem se bia bibi foforo san epie kyira wadama yɛbɔ opunu mu anu abie yɛn.
Ekwan da hɔ no mo. Bibia me ho be hia no mama so tia me nso me ne mo bekasa.
All right, enti yene lawyer Ochre Dako ana yene no edi enkomo no. Ono na oka Honorable Kennedy Ohina Agyapong the team of lawyers no eho. In fact, ono na between Honorable nom ene abrofo no, I mean interpretations ne other yini nyina no na otimi ene yene no edi nkomo a wachirim abedru ha. Ebra so se yeba studio na afei yetimi edi nkomo kese a ewo apaso ene na ene maka cho se yene lawyer Kobi Amwa ono ane yene no edi enkomo ewa ha na ono no oyobi a Ghana emra wote ase America emra wote ase esanse o practice ni nyina eti wabene papa ene obeboa na afi yetimi atensem ase yi in details ono na mene no edi enkomo yi lawyer ma me ma akwaba I'm say ene dey di kan amene wa hia na we be man so ankasa mu a
mudas
umodu pa wo ugina na so ma yenhwe se Kennedy Ohina Agyapong and afi Anas Aremeyaw Anas enkomo yi ehase free Ghana ha yen hyase free baby a edi efree ansa na create me man mu so I could do US no boy kakra
say mesomedi e che kakra na makenkan bi so be no kwe hyase free Ghana ha say I mean after that number 12 Anas expose number 12 on number 12 was on the Ghana football.
Exactly.
But after number 12, so a couple of exposés now. We asked the power and now the 2 million back for. Sometimes there's a likelihood of abuse.
Okay.
Ana a good say so a try so be check it. Said the ubia power and Jana to be brabbing in seven so or exercise and
so the ana can so be one master.
Be one master. So I know say Honorable Kennedy Eshe BBRCFN who watches the Watchman say okay, yes, Anas ordinarily are doing a good job trying to expose corruption. But na yes we have to say, and I mean say Ghana for we say e be also wakache no and even adwuma now here no. I want to say I think that through this corruption exposés, you know, and also watching Anas and looking at what joy and say joy no kra no and amomra kwemo Anas and papa mu no. And Anas at a point if it is a new many bi ho Honorable Ekaya or na anya adwena egu ono Anas ufin nti we say on the Kodan High Court of Ghana or court for defamation na High Court and I looked to the case High Court pensing same ni mo na oboetia Anas Anas and the court oboetia Anas na say the now lawyer that can see no I think say on those same issues and Honorable Eko New Jersey on say Fred that the case show be say that announcer Daddy Fred yes a Hogan interviewer he repeated some of the things that he had said earlier and Anas decided to send it there or best start it or be commence an action against him in the state of New Jersey.
Okay.
So I don't know Eddie Moa be drew say no courts in the final judgment say bye.
So now ma yenhwe say we practice America law no what you say what Ghana so e dey ase difference ya na wo mu any sense asem anka ye di e wa ha wie na obi di hu nkomo wo amanone a link ben na ene no ewo
ememu no ye free bibi jurisdiction say opese o dey asem kokota tumi ben kwa na court no e be gina so eti asem no enti nka ordinarily there kase den kan sem see ha no se bibia I mean there are exceptions but ordinarily there can you senka sa asem be asem bi akoka Ghana na wako America na ese kwakodi sa asem no but I think say the cover and say Honorable so why you name say watna America then he has a presence there or properties near there so
okay
now or granted interview no even though it was online also it was on a portal that was based here in New Jersey
okay
now granted interview no so in New Jersey in the memo no say it was within their jurisdiction. It's not all court no. E wo ho kwan say obe assume jurisdiction. Na asem na I say a defamatory no. Betie. And even though very similar, no, some people even believe that this is a matter that has already been decided. But because they're very similar, even though they're very similar, these comments were repeated, and I also shared the pleadings name, and then the commentary, and I share transcripts in my lawyer no or the arguments, and they say, "Okay, baby, na egu ne hufi Ghana, ebi kwa na Ghana de no, and drew." America ho, but America also. I best come and go in who feel going to. So I say there and they say, yeah, omode the farm na kwan so. So I know na and I mean ask more tries on be and adom judgment no court no finally decided say would be damages of 500, which is the maximum for the nominal damages of $500 US.
Okay, so what the kind aka say yeah the 2 million back off one sir. Otimi eye niama ma ne boroso nti so eye niama ma ne boroso a yemfa ne se anas areme yaw anas ekwan ya no onam so edi ne dwuma se ekoba ne se ebia nanka odinkunim against honorable Kennedy ohine Agyapong e ma anas sign pagya ne tumi so a ngafo se hemfa ne yekeka ko oman mu.
Oh, I mean say especially me the make they me very concerned about. And the choir na amount for a person because of this case, among the denigrating judiciary or Ghana. Now amount for making comments na Ghana they are amount judges na koje bribe na Ghana they are say just a new man for kwemu. Oma engineer who say be who say emrano kra na e wo New Jersey no. Ene emrano e Ghana no enyepe. System e wo New Jersey ne system e Ghana no enyepe. It is a judge, the corona who say me a judge. I'm qualified to practice in New York and in Ghana.
Okay.
It could be the same case. My case corona, yedba me Ghana. Emrana measure so e dey deal with no. And it's a case corona, yedba mo ni New York. Emrana measure so e di so no. E be an outcomes no kwa difference.
Okay.
Inti ye hwe baako na ye mfa endi ye judges atem. Actually say it's call by and so be here say and yes, be our quackwatis when you be $18 million or maybe on similar facts or Ghana will lose keys na judges are obia the emra and a ejuma.
All right. So now my Yemra Kennedy ohine Agyapong ankasa eso be sure say one and nante unim senior honorable eye nadie that kind of akukuduro no say nipa or kan nipa kese ahudo bebregu fom no ono nko atimi nya gidie se mesori no ma frisi no na afei yetimi ama watwa saa ne ama no so no ofo se saa ho keka na himfa ne free
so we obi ane se de Nyankopon se bo no but honorable akukudo no ekwa na ne de shonko especially at the time na we share anas power na ukra okrom ha because no expose the corruption I mean na cry bi susu akwa etiana sa na Sabio na wing na agent Sabia doing na yakon so nobody could stand up to question him but who say if you know maybe also or yeah a touchima na if any power get so much power or the so much power mana sometimes you know many go ha enko you know be intimi nka no betima ka na say we be man ankasa and especially that time now you're member of parliament and they we share there we go through all throughout. And even now, cry initially, I say $18 million. Now, we share be a Ghana for near Dianca or no percent of credit in it or more or some factor for monocrano. It be grass and a mechi age jubility. Say, on your bema or could run a near dia, Untimin Cosantocano. Now, respect.
Now, looking at Anas and Common Bia or Moko Court or a PA crano, HH and Insemu. With regards to time ana opese obeshia in fact na nkopeso koshia vice president kra osi oshia minister baako na utie ensemo minister ne kan ye si se omonfa $200,000 emfa nto ho or $200,000 to ho ono abeya arrangement ema so called investors na anas no ne di akire no koma beshia vice president na womo ebeshia vice president so ankomo ne kodu baby say $2 million bi ebe ko de ama vice president $5 million bi be ko ama president na dia na hu sen kana so person ye MPP government no.
Oh, I think say I'm thinking him go say now even court transcripts today I read it. Now so share transcripts na and some lawyer na no. Say say o man no fi ba na ko mu go man no fi.
So mo be bomb
because o man o share transcripts na lawyer no kan there or can it say there as there's a recording or there's evidence say e be o man panyini gis ka bi and I say na bedi chesu gis ka bi ti. But no mo ko o mo keka kone there. Especially when, like, in a lot of times, even people were questioning their mode of conducting these investigations. So, because some of the, and I mean, so even here in the defamation case, he was not able to prove it. But some of the like a medium are normal use na oboha or entrapping with that. And you say, be our ABB na udi no, but wow, setting up or ABB now the camera no, it's no so you're dealing in a me say. Adiana a boy and Adiana it was heading into a very wrong direction, and I think the thing in Akahona Onaboyana didn't say he was going to fight against it. And the shared tribulations of Akutru, even as I said, even the courts, no share court documents now through the lawyer no the closing address in Sema Okika Mupa, and I mean any pleadings. Saying say Ghana no a two-party state. Na a two-party state in Singapore, a politician now more you have control. Like trying to paint a picture say as a politician's corner, a control judiciary I just say the open judge be or can be in Ghana no. There's not the likelihood say there will be any fair system or there will be any justice. Just a new man woman say you go mind who fin pa and things that I think that they were unfounded. There was no proper. I mean, yes, some of the things yes, there are issues that we all acknowledge. But some people say they see painting the country black near there no. But for the fact there will be some privilege because it was in a court setting. No say, and get crank because in some
So now. Ma yemra between within the MPP party na yen hwese Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong say ono nko atimi asori na wa face anas obi ana ne target eye a whole MPP government no na opese obre na sekra na nka ne obetima ye bia na otimi ye na wa sori agina ho ede ama party akwama party aseme na afo say se eno ka kire MPP party ma.
Oh, I think say it's will be who say Honorable not or Hosano. He puts himself or sacrificing on Ekoma. And it's not even just an ass issue. In some be time apart, you know, here more from 92 to now. 10 beer, you hear Bema, and I hear Obia, or then Obetun who is ho, Aquama party in the day, oh yeah. Now, you know, I say, you TikTok, Madam for be Felix Avila or UK, and I was very interested. Or say, they be a small bomb of 4. So, Uncle Rim, and coaching number. Now, coaching number, but they are also number the day. There's so banner bell, I say, or bomb for home bone. Now, if you say, and yet now, coach Abro, the Bay and Kamana, or that can home bomb, and coach in a giant Motiho, and we are kind of to the demo frame, and yes, I can. We are in Sasha, the demo frame, and Caribbean and Libya. So he's someone, what two who to my party, no. And in fact, any of me will be up as in the power of this in the party, I declare in your crown now. With me, because we did me party, I we did yet make her. We'll be Sunday here or Ghana, will be all kind of cray, will be a Obama or who could drive as a BBR or why Uncle Yibiano. Or the better yet today.
And Ramini also bempa edin komo otewakonwa so e no ka se ono de ohunu se Kennedy Ohene Agyapong ayo bia Ghana ni bia ehu ne ho e wo na brabom yaka business people a omuhu e wo Kennedy Agyapong mu yaka eye mobrofo a wo munni boafo bia o ma sha brabo ase because we share the history behind Kennedy Agyapong a omusu home what say obi a wa Ghana e bia hu no ho Kennedy and so do you see him say baby a niama keka duru no o party as MPP no ono na say so mama ne di animo
anya party ne keke o man no ko na say man ne di animo
ono so obi di o man ne
anya party ne keke MPP yes MPP obviously on say man but o man no kra no so you feel be situational leadership o man bia na say kro bia na say ejuma okwu bia no emre bia ne nipa bia ana say nipa su bia odi edimu a ekonkan so o hwe Ghana finkuma bembesi ne de bia no ye wo a certain kind of person so this kind of person say ebedi a president ebi mu kwa say presidential material
ebi mu say
presidential material sebe obi a wako school wako a PhD bia na so what we call some people call fancy certificates obi a ebi a okasa some way bi on anti some way enye sta na otekra o she de bia
bote
and yes she suit say yes the red tie yes on anti a certain way say ukwaye bi yes o yes on na ye de nyoma bi a chichire obu ho na sa na ne suit a fine bobo ho a enye sa na ote but because say bi a say you person obedi mampanyiniti no na de subi kwa enye ono no ya force na anti ojina ho kwa na ya chenchire ontimi kwa nkaniti because they want to fall within a certain age to be a certain presidential material but Kennedy ni obi a o hwe na say de obi o kan okre obi a oye business oriented who opportunities or no about na hona mu di nkomo na say mo nantifa ba bi sisi a the kind of business opportunities are obi hu e bi adem ha keke kran the kind of business opportunities are only di nkomo be sure say e bi a we kran AC we kran e bi a in 2 years e be say ana bi say it is obi for me AC cleaning company a na o hwe bi a AC 500 e bi a obetime de nya this revenue ne nkomo nyina sanete so no net ho nkomo kran na is all about business ideas. Ghana has so is any ejuma. They say the biggest national security threat to my name is any ejuma. To here will be the business acumen near higher through government intervention. You be boa amount for can say like private businesses. I'm on my startup businesses are sustainable. Here will be a discipline or kind of no crane. No my baby oh hene ye nyina enim say no krenim no my baby o ha e say ye bold na ye ka anase ye de to de eto no ye nye kwesi kwase be say o my ade bia akwa esi dwa to hene to bi di bone kra na the mindset is a chopper and let me tell you no about video be o kan say me o say ono de e na de bia ya ide na chi ya ye na 90 bi o kan say mo say me di brother me on position na mo position na me wo da de ama mo no so diska ala din semfu sada na me yiwedi
obekofi
e na me yiwedi enya afi na akofa osofu bi abepa acho na o se ye kwa America ko adwuma no obi din semfu adwuni yi na dia na obi ankopa acho ma no saa suban de se de bagana ne se bibi enya na o acho pa e na say no so na nyina ama ya yo ma ya no krenim tu hi obi a o kan okra obeka no se de ositie enye obi a say force no na say de suban be enye ni suban kra no by force obi di president nti yes the presidential material bi wo ba bi nti onko tam nhye no ho by force
so what na abrochire ache I mean unim senia eye other countries no ebinom settings any ade etete bi ti say UK what na ho unim US said e ho nyina ete ne ade o ba Ghana na ho afo say dia ben ye lucky a ema ye ntimi enya that desired development na ye he Ghana
no man ye lucky no e doso but me feel say ni na no be discipline one thing na edimutinti my pa discipline okay remember example so US na ebia wako baby na onam kwa ho na baby na police are stop you and now no police stop you I stop it say you can say be away this say o time you say ya why best stop it because unim say the system works and there are repercussions now what say maybe I know we be now maybe I want to US maybe pepe umbedru Ghana customs officer first some so you be say check your bag we say how did that person check my bag oh you 50 cedis not their man no American police custom officer be stop you and 50 cedis a man
AC
Oh yeah, no 50 cedis. Oh drew what one about I won't say as a police will be stop car no be directed or be pajan is also master how delay me no we trem ko. Discipline. And it's because we've not built our system in such a way say nyoma e bia ye hu is we nyina de be punish no. Nti say bi obi aye de ope. Obi timiti aboche so ye professional, consummate professional. Oba Ghana na or acting differently. Oba Ghana will so had a free haven. It's not acting differently. That is one thing that I think say you lucky or chrome her.
Now my young bibi etese sanya niema etiano mene lawyer Kobi Amwa ana mene no edi nkomo ewa ha abusua kaina hye no nso se Palladium property se boaye nsan so so ene fusua men powder enso so boaye ana afei tabia takum enso so de nupa ahodo ana boaye ma bibia ekoyie na wonso so a wo hweye no maka kyo se ebre so a mene wo enso so ebetime mema okwan na afei wo so abem na afei wo do nkomo de aba messages ahodo nso so a mode aba nyina yebetime akenkan de amamo ne ametime aka ne se bia na o hweye na person send WhatsApp messages a wo de befa 0240 550899 0240550899 na afei onso so wetime de abana fe yakan ama bibia aye kama na onso so wetime akwanim wo ho papa na ma yenhwe na fe yenhwe se Anas Aremiyaw Anas ne sikasem ne senia na wo mo ekeke ka ho nsem de ekoi sa sika na nkasa no ayede ema no ofo se omoka Anas omoka ifri akọ US okofa lawyer na wokọ na wo ba ene ade nyina na afa yebedi awie ne akase yede $500 ne yede ema no ye kan say
say me hu na statements no and me hu say in statements no or say he didn't care about money, all he wanted was the victory. But so her statements no cry the first time jury trial no jury ne do decision by her nyina can say any final decision ti ento ye boas na final decision e ba so mo call so koye videos press conference press release no many age say bias ka kesi bi be fie na in litigation and I say court seminar they be no you are they be a friend and say what is the aim of the litigation or the team no court and yet they be na say bio ubi court and I say assemble court a lawyer no e bia o shall feel say you be winning the win sense say court na ka say we bo abem you will be a friend no Pyrrhic victory you wait my bobi so we the bem power ba o hwe sa e paper keke no kra o hwe mu a say hwi ni ho ma o yes we the bem so hwi ni ho ma o a friend no Pyrrhic victory na o hwe Anas in sense me ya is that the claim or the coin no or claim me for $30 million and jury no erroneously gave him, and as I now we can say it's erroneous, gave him 18 million. In fact, I'm going to press release here only didn't it almost a file for BBFN added say scanner credit the man on jury in the case of the man this
it's in common sa copy
it's in kayan fe bin ka judge no entina se kran san face can be kwengu so na even most importantly and I no pay na make kan na make sure the transcript of the court from the transcript of the proceedings the closing remarks of Anas lawyer no the hair na gidi pa and the strong arguments are all making say jury no embo honorable Ken kakese omumbo no kakese efri say they be a person che say we hwe na trust you na they be a Ken de no and oba ha no abeka na so say mo ha no abeka nti the only way he can be stopped, and these were the words he used, the only way he can be stopped is by the court awarding a huge, in fact he said a huge sum of money against him. Nti utim say aim or the aim of the litigation, you know, was very clear from these statements. Say omo ya sikakesi bi kwa bia papa no na ye tonton Ejapade and say e bit me a discouraging e ho de oti anas kra oti anas nam left no far right nti later no me kan say o mo kan so onye scan no me de me wa kakra na even so share proceedings here in law no if it be litigation economy
okay
utimi sometimes case me ba na won say lawyers ni no obi e feel say bi akodi be mo bo mo timi ka say settle obi e timi ka say oh na make obi timi court onim say case e bi a on win but opese e bi an kaskan ke ka so obetua no obetua the lowest possible obi timi court e bi a criminal offense onim say bi a offense we there e bi a na e den a the client no kran e bi a e say e bi jail no but up the least sentence possible. It's when now when it comes to some of these things. Now, maybe it's soon say many lawyers is waiting common, but the make sure documents now is soon say. And even Kennedy lawyers no, they could have still moved for the mistrial formally.
Okay.
As initially they would have wanted to do. Senka young court in Chem can young started.
Then started be
trial for because there were errors in it. But when a lawyer now we show litigation economy. Case here started 2022 and after na give nti e bi asa do we ko e sa kwa shake case that CBM
na ni na time na
na me ba sabi mu ko ka say this was what we call a remitter or remitter.
Okay,
but in as much as initially and after he normally finally remitter no, what actually the court held was a motion to mold.
Okay,
as the lawyer Dark was explaining. Now I come motion to mold that the chair say jury no no maybe omo ye no omo afam ra kwan so.
Okay,
omo anye no se de mra no se yenye no no enti na court no ba ye hwe bibia bogu ye enti so your lawyer na wo hwe sa we nyina no say case first nkofo omo pay $30 million is ka case pa jury see entry 18 but me share mra ni mo 18 no there's no justification for any of them because first of all the actual damage no esen ka na as be say oh also waka say ya che oh waka say etia na say na waka etia no affect o say ni say na nka wo bia wo di obi afa mba na say bia general akwa na bia affect you say nti ama wo adwuma na obi wait man chehe and then wait man chehe no de yet me fam ma it's a man no you just man say if you are not able to prove actual damages then you can only be awarded nominal damages. Nominal damages and the maximum is $500.
Okay.
And now say when it's me anya actual damages so yet me be consider punitive damages. Punitive damage ni say ya hwe say wabo bi abo kan nyina no afi esa bo ka de atwe so
say the be ya wonye biem
say be ya wonye biem but so ba ko enti me ankyere say dey si coin no e affected the business and e affected ni say there and there was this actual harm there and a punitive no yanko okra na say $500. So as a smart lawyer no you may look at the situation and say going for a trial de novo no maybe a home here just go $500 there and you no share $500 a car or in his transport any BBA and say what kind process proceedings no crana you feel be in defamation you feel be say be actionable per se.
Okay,
actionable per se say can say defamatory comments, you know. In this instance, the law says it's actionable per se, and no is different from the a so proving harm, say a how in a certain way.
Okay,
and second, you decide say defamation. I say the case kasem no.
Okay,
until when no was honorable imputations on him say he was a criminal.
Yeah, and
no crime now. Immediately, you are only the $500, no, because this is a matter of that's the standard is actionable per se. It's actionable per se, no, you don't have to prove actual harm. So, can you say, actionable per se, because when it's one proving harm, by actionable per se, no,
was said what catcher and say, or a criminal, no, Ubiana ne delia, Nick Pan will say, I criminal, two bills are say,
criminal, no, social processes now. Well, I say. Honorable, I think the honorable's lawyers did well, even in their defense, because they made it clear, say, once in New York, in Jersey, you know, the standard for if you are saying because of be a criminal, the person should have that pronouncement should have been made by a court of competent jurisdiction.
Okay.
Now, even here in Ghana, no, what share defamation case now Ghana, no, and then someone judge now discussing and he pointed to issues that pointed to analysis criminality.
Okay.
Just that we need a civil matter. It's a criminal matter. No, like I say, he has been found guilty of a criminal offense.
Okay.
So, so you can't say that therefore he's a criminal. But Ghana judge in the crown, he pointed everything, say, per the facts before him, they border on criminality and what he has done is criminal.
Yeah.
But as I'm saying, you know, in Jersey, on per se, you pronounce it as say bianca wako through a criminal trial, not true criminal trial. I can say okay, and they are guilty of a crime in Tibia. Yeah, they were to jail and they are final. That's when you can call someone a criminal.
Okay.
So just based on these borderlines, they were now able to show that okay, then that comment was defamatory. But as I said, when it's meant to prove actual harm, and can you say, I say, me actionable per se, cry there, and then can zero cry. And I think that the lawyers did well in, I mean, as I said, the litigation economy. Say, because started to be de novo. Now, the company and channel say, yeah, the court trial. Now, yes, I can new jury. Jewels used to cry, so many lawyers. In TB, I said, the women call you mistake, because you say, no. If you cry now, and also, won't send me brains. Anyway, we know. And I mean, the most important thing, and I think, say, the most important thing is say, okay, say what for any case or US no. The crux of the case, the facts that gave rise to this case, any other issues in the case, it happen or Ghana. It is all per court, Krana who is seized with the proper facts, understanding, and context to make such a determination of defamation. A court now Ghana.
Okay.
Now court now Ghana also made it very clear. Say those comments, no, they don't meet the standard to have for you to say that you were defamed by Kennedy. So what now work or whenever $500, or share the lawyers. Now lawyers no sound no crowd about catch $500 because lawyers they are charging per hour. Into legal team, no. Yes. Legal team, I don't know his arrangements, but I know like mostly they charge per hour. And per hour, maybe a lawyer, maybe 1 hour, no can just have $500, no. It is harder no credible cash and $500, no. And two, when it comes to whether or not you've been defamed or whether or not those comments were defamed, defamatory, even though they may be two conflicting decisions, the court in Ghana will be better placed to tell you that or to say that there was no defamation because they are seized with the right context, the right facts, and the right understanding of the issues to make such a determination. So really, I mean, if you say a Yankunima honorable Ken, the way I say could try eating $500, $500 will be after $500 the milk at the moment you will meet you. And don't quite no cry and uncle you cry. I don't know a cast and come there and more near man 50,000 because on a jovial way. Minute lawyer. Kobi Amwa and a menino AD and Komo Ewaha. I was young. My catcher said also between the messages I would no at the Abba Nafi Yajebre Akanina at the Amau. Fosua men powder and a menino AD and Komoi. Fosua men powder a drum and waswa. Abe Jaman soa. Meno e kasa sese. Ebwa mema edima mema papa. Na adeba kwa wumuni se oye bema na sebe. Wanted the baby be on Mokrana, no baby or what, or no the Nediana say or Daho, na near Eco, say on one whose idea ye dear debut room dear Debbie, wanted it. A patcho Buni Ekan libido, say libido no ever form one, patcho bomodin say, on Sabeka a year Fusua men powder nibi na also so what to me anonom. I face say, we are Bema now in second beer and more what the Ankasa. Emma eni daso ewo wakudiem ewo empem na oye bema na afi ekoba ne se ututu enkuma boa bema bi abo adwuma abo nenso abofre bia nsumfie oda e pa cho uhia eye fosua men powder eno ene beboa ema niama akoyie fa wani chiremu ewo eye baby etese uduru achimota St John's ye CFC bus stop wa ya ben Eco Bank no me pa cho ye tontondro ni bi ho sanso na oduru eye Madina nso so a Queen Adepa Heba enso so ben eye Old Madina Melcom no ho ana Fusua enro no ebi ewo ya onsabeke bi ato ye kwatema nso so a Little George Health Shop enso so etontobi Community 5 ya tontondro ni bi enso so ho ana afei oduru kaswa enso so a Modern Herba
enso so eton eye fosua men powder ya won sake bia ebebo ye papa wo Accra enso so okanshi drug lane won sabeke bi ewo ye thank you pharmacy ewo eye na plaza building no mo na won sabetimi akebie me pa cho obetimi afre na ye no edi nkomo ewo 0244 017 097 and afi 0552 812 912 na one fosua men powder enso so edi nkomo na edro we no enam se gina brane na ebo adwuma edima mema ahodo ene mma nyina nti no ubodi no fosua men powder na yaje so se be in charge in the inner room but modern say on sabetimi akebie enche ye bekọ na afi ye the messages ahodo no ede aba na afi ye bie kwamato ama wonso so awutie ye nhwe ye no wetimi abem na waba bidin komo bi na yetimi akọ yenim ye phone line side ye adwuma no 0240 550899 0240 550899 wonso so betimi afraba na afei enkoma wodo ayedi wa ha no wonso so do submission ede aba na ya toaso akọ yene messages ahodo aba no so ya begebre na ya kan ni nyina enso so ede amamo na ya toaso akọ yene ya frame Mr. Enkum mene eye lawyer Kobi Amwa ana mene no edi enkomo. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Enkum.
Sinupin
I can't say that, Mr. Enkum.
Opani udini baby afrefi ni entio.
Mr. Enkum, but I tell me kojo because I feel for you.
All right, kojo mi entio.
Mr. Enkum, medda onabokin ne lawyers nasify. I mean, insure of I need my small my amapapa. Mr. Enkum, they make makaka for an say, Mr. Enkum. But Mr. So everything you do, Papa campaign no message no so no campaign message ka bi to bo gana ni na Mr. Enkum. Mr. Ambo onabo campaign ma 2028 no Papa no etme abitma be o mampanyi. Mr. Enkum you do ha Mr. Mo mam fam adika kra enfamra mem fam message ni enfamra. So asibitma boy ma Papa no e bi funim. Mo man so Papa no business na ni so di no a o man so no imatima kuyi ama man no Enkum ya mi shira onabo ya mi shira Papa fa no ya mi shira musumu nyina.
All right, yenso so yada se ebre no so a lawyer ewa ha ombe bie kwam na afei mu nyina matimi ede madwempo ene nsusue bia mpese mu ne omo ye mo de aba. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, onon so entimi nyina so 0240550899 0240550899. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sinupin.
Can I say?
Opani udini baby afrefri ni entio.
But Mr. Matt, Mr. Free Aguna Swedro.
All right. Me entio.
That's you pa.
Yeah, that's it.
The man can obono. Ona na yesheno. So baba bin free how only for the name. Because Swedro had the bia no any kunuka no ka say. The can ama omo nto abama no. MPP into no yet and say can baba bedin ta how bia the master be nothing am nyadi no
yenso yada se papa nyankopon enhyiraw se monsoso mahune sa. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello afternoon.
Sinopei
ya kana said ya ti pepe ya de radias ene denso e won kunum de awadi amaye e de radias se wadi adi nkunim wa na asoso amaye. Mr. Enkum pa bone se mama o na bo adwuma wa ye yemmo hu de ru amanya memma ne medium apen wo Ghana maye isan se papa no wo vision obetumi dia asenyo no a anas be good Dr. Baumia ne akufo-addo animasia enso na hwe se de o me no enti me pa bone se le adwuma ho ye ne fa atra wabu ani na o bue we ni mu yemmo hu de ro chi de Ghana fo amanya memma o na bu meye president maye wati nyame hram Ami shram ye the radius is what dinkunim. O ta fo nyame o. O ta fo nyame. O mo hihye bebre na so. The radius said ne honorable dinkunim. The radius say. Oh yes we dim. Amen. Radin come home no more more pam here.
Amen. Yanso yada ase papa one France fo nyina so me say mo ho eye 024055020899. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sinopay.
I can't say the here.
Opani udi ni ba bia free ni entio.
But we did the avoid the specific traffic.
But also kasa free.
We did the avoid the specific traffic to connect.
Okay, me entio.
But you can't make an idea for party. There or a book in the phone no flower can. Yanko Pamela who and a flower or Ghana.